Welcome everyone back to the 7 Days Podcast, and today I'm wasting little time. Welcome to the podcast where I'll be talking about WWE Survivor Series. A lot of changes have been made within the past couple of weeks, and let's just say Raw put SmackDown under siege, bro. That beatdown on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday, bruh, I don't know which one was badder. Which one was like awesome? Which attack was better? Was it Raw that attacked SmackDown this past Tuesday, or was it when SmackDown first lead the charge on Raw a couple weeks ago? That's up to you guys. I might put a voting poll in the video as of now, so you guys could go vote and let me know what you guys think. So, without further ado, let's just waste a little time. I'm not going to talk about Raw or SmackDown or, like, review it. I'm just going to talk about, basically the highlights. And also, we're going to start with the predictions. So, I'm on WWE.com now. Survivor Series 2017. It looks way different than last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, couple of days ago, So we have Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles, the men's traditional Survivor Series match 5-on-5. Elimination match, by the way. Raw Tag Team Champ versus SmackDown Tag Team Champion, the Usos and The Bar. New Day versus Shield. Bliss versus now Charlotte Flair. The Miz versus Corbin. Kalisto and Enzo as the kickoff match. And I think that's it. Alright, so without further ado, bro, I'm going to start at the very bottom, which is the Cruiserweights. Now, I honestly don't give a damn about the Cruiserweights that much. I try to. I'm watching 205 Live as I speak. But, I'm always doing something else. When I was watching SmackDown this past Tuesday, I had my entire attention, my undivided attention on the entire show. I did not go in on my phone unless I'm tweeting something at the moment. If I'm tweeting something when it relates to the show, that's something good. But if I'm doing something else, I'm on my laptop, I'm watching YouTube videos, then that's not good. So, and that's what's Raw and SmackDown been doing for the past couple of weeks. And people, I'm not gonna lie. Look, SmackDown this week, to me, was the better show than Raw. I'm not saying Raw was completely horrible or Raw was just bad. SmackDown from top to bottom, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. was just pure excellence. Alright, Raw, well, Raw can have a great 3-hour show. We've seen it before. It's just that Raw had the Cruiserweights, which made it, not that great compared to SmackDown. So, with that being said, Cruiserweight Championship match, Enzo Amore defending his title against Kalisto in the kickoff match. Now, a part of me has a problem with this, but at the same time, I don't. Because it's like, bro, 4 hours. Unless you're going to give a lot of time for all of these Raw versus SmackDown matches, fam, you mean to tell me that Enzo and Kalisto will not have time on the pay-per-view, on the actual show? That's how I look at it. But I'm looking at it in the positive way as, well, they could get a good reaction out of the crowd. That's the one problem with the Cruiserweights. TLC was a glimpse of what the Cruiserweights potentially have. The Cruiserweights could be a good part of any show. Right? We saw that TLC. The crowd were on their feet for when Cedric and Rich Swann took on Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. And I feel like the Cruiserweights, if WWE presented the Cruiserweights in the right way, they should have done it since day one, in my opinion. But if they do it right, we would not be complaining about the Cruiserweights. We'd probably be watching 205 Live, all of us collectively, But either way, they're on the kickoff show. I have no problem with this now thinking about it because, whenever a match is on the kickoff show, that's when the crowds normally start getting lit, right? And they're in Houston, Texas, so That's saying something. I don't know if they could match last year, but last year was in Toronto. Toronto is a good crowd. Toronto's a phenomenal crowd. I don't know about the States. Sometimes the States is up and down. It's like when you think of a town like Denver or Colorado, you're thinking, oh, it's one of those hick towns. Don't care about wrestling, but yet they're on their feet and they're electric, right? But when you think of Green Bay, Wisconsin, no, nothing. Anyways, so Kalisto and Enzo Amore, who do I think is going to win this match? I got to stick with Enzo Amore, bro. Enzo Amore is the biggest douchebag in WWE. It's well established. Corey Graves, made it clear on Bring It to the Table months ago. And Enzo Amore on TMZ and just cutting these promos and all this stuff. But I love it now. I love how he's a prick. Kalisto, I'm tired of Kalisto. I'm on good. Kalisto's on my good side now, right? He changed his theme song. That's good and well. But as far as him being Cruiserweight champion, I honestly don't know. Enzo Amore to me is the main guy for the Cruiserweight division now. He's the only guy that actually gets a reaction from the crowd, Like, if you're on a Monday Night Raw segment, I mean, granted, on Raw this past Monday night, I watched that entire segment, and I regret watching it, by the way. I didn't watch it because Drew Gulak was there, and I thought he was going to say something hilarious, and he actually did. But Enzo Amore just kept talking and talking and talking. It just kept going on, and it just, I'm hearing I don't hear a sound. People say crickets. I don't hear anything. I'm just hearing Enzo talking like he's in a forest with loud speakers behind him, and he's just yapping on, and that's it. There's nothing. There's nobody in the crowd, bro. It's like it was like if WWE painted a picture, and it was just a picture of people, and it's just there, and Enzo's just there pretending like he's in front of a live crowd. That's how that felt to me. But Enzo Amore is kind of the main dude on the show. I mean, who are they gonna get? I mean, yes, I went to work Monday, and I hope this is true. I'm on Twitter as I'm on my way to work, and I see from a news source, I can't really remember what it was. I think it was Wrestling News or something. I don't know. I'm on Twitter just scouting, see what people are saying about Raw, whatnot, and I see a news article saying that Neville could potentially come back, that he's on good graces, good talks with WWE, that he could show up by the end of the month. He's expected to show up by the end of the month, if not next week. So, but I kind of want Neville to be on Raw or SmackDown, not the 205 Live. That's the thing. So, yeah, I choose Enzo to win this match overall. It's just that when hearing Neville coming back, that's great to me because I'm a huge fan of Neville. But it's just that I do not want to see him in 205 Live again. I don't. I think he's better suited. He's better on Raw or on SmackDown on the main show, not the Cruiserweight show. Because since Neville now developed this new character, this new side of him being a nasty heel, and he's beloved by everyone now, but still a heel is what we need on Raw and SmackDown. I mean, on Raw we have Miz, The Bar, Bray Wyatt. Really, like that's basically the top heels we got. Neville can fit in that mold. Neville can be at least that one piece that will make a difference on Raw. And SmackDown, the top heels we got on SmackDown is Kevin Owens, now Sami Zayn, Jinder Mahal, I guess. Well, yeah, Jinder Mahal. The Singh brothers, I don't know if they count. The Baron Corbin, the Usos, kind of. Benjables, kind of. I just feel like Neville would be that one piece that will stand out in front of out of everyone. So I just hope he does not go back to the Cruiserweights. That's all I care about. So let's get to the main stuff now. We got the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, versus the United States Champion, Baron Corbin. I will give credit where credit is due. Now, I don't care about these two going at it because they haven't really done much. All they did was made Twitter videos, and Miz lackluster response to Baron Corbin on Raw, and same thing for SmackDown on SmackDown from Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin said that Miz is gonna see his end of days this Sunday, this past Tuesday night on SmackDown. Now that was good and all, but when it comes to getting me hyped and excited, I'm not trying to be like everyone else. It's gonna just shit on this match completely. I'm just stating facts. You're not really saying or doing anything to excite me. You're not interfering in each other matches. You're not going to the other brand and doing this and that. You're just talking shit. You're basically doing what we are doing on the internet. You're talking shit on the internet, and you're not doing anything about it. That's basically what you did. And the fact that they're going at it this Sunday, this might be the downfall of this Sunday. Out of all the matches on the Survivor Series main card, Baron Corbin and The Miz is in my opinion, is the downfall of the show. But it could be one of the best matches of the night. We don't know. We can't really predict, but we are assuming that. Just looking at the styles between these two, Corbin, the big dude, sometimes he's slow. He likes to play that slow, methodical pace. But Miz, he's a coward. He likes to run around and stuff and have the Miztourage help him out and stuff. So it's gonna be chaotic a bit, but at the same time, it just doesn't scream exciting. That's what I get from this. And I gotta give the credit where it's due. On SmackDown Live, Sin Cara put up a hell of a fight. I gotta give him credit. I didn't expect him to win, but I was kind of hoping, because I want to be shocked. I love being shocked. But Baron Corbin and Sin Cara had a great match on SmackDown Live. I don't care what anyone said. That was a great match. Less botches from Sin Cara, by the way. So Sin Cara was, I don't know if he was completely botch free, but I didn't see any botches. I watched that match very carefully. So that was a great match by Sin Cara. Probably his best match all year, because that's the one time he might get an opportunity like that ever again. Anyway, so we have Miz and Corbin. Now, look at their championship reigns in their own respective ways, right? We have Miz. Miz took the Intercontinental title, or Dean Ambrose did, but then he won it from Dean Ambrose, right? He took they took the IC title from SmackDown, brought it over to Raw, and having the Miz and Ambrose feud killed the Miz's momentum. You see, or either that, or the match he had with John Cena at WrestleMania with the women, that killed his momentum, because the Miz was hot on SmackDown. And then when he came to Raw, what did he do day one coming over to Raw? He dressed as someone else, and he played as someone else, even though he's great how he is of himself. He doesn't have to be anyone else to be entertaining. I know he realizes that, but that's what he did day one. And then he goes after the Intercontinental title. He wins it, loses, wins it again. Wins by cheapness. But I understand you got to win any means necessary. I understand that. And then, he just holds on to the belt. Has great matches with Roman and Matt Hardy. But holds on to the belt. Nothing much. Lackluster. Miz on Raw says that Baron Corbin's title reign was lackluster, right? Miz, that's like the pot calling the kettle black, because, bro, your title reign has been lackluster as shit. You had 2 great matches out of your entire Intercontinental Championship reign. And I remember a lot this year, okay? You fought Ambrose time and time again. And then you took on Roman Reigns at a point. You took on Matt Hardy at a point. And that's it. Matt Hardy, and you had one great match out of your many matches with Ambrose. You had one great match. I can't remember when. I think it was Extreme Rules, or was it Great Balls of Fire? I think it was Extreme Rules. I think that match was better than all the other matches he had with Ambrose. And then He had a match with, like I said, with Matt Hardy and Roman Reigns. Great matches. But after that, besides that, he had a feud with Jason Jordan, which was bad. And then got the Hardy Boys involved. It was just weird. So, the Miz's title reign is lackluster as hell. And I've been saying it for a long ass time. This dude needs to lose the damn championship. But it's too late now. It's not like they're going to give it to somebody out of nowhere on at a live event. It's too late now. Baron Corbin, he won the title at Hell in a Cell. He beat AJ Styles and Ty Dillinger in a triple threat match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And I believe it was in Detroit, in the Little Caesars Arena, whatever it's called, whatever. Right? After that, Corbin hasn't done dick. So both title reigns are lackluster as hell. Corbin hasn't done much. He had a great match with Sin Cara on SmackDown, like I said, but that's pretty much it. He had a great match with AJ Styles in the rematch, the following SmackDown from the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, but after that, nothing much. Ty Dillinger should have been in a position to, get an opportunity, but nothing much. So, who do I predict to win this freaking match? I've been talking for way too long. I just want to get all my thoughts out there. That's all I want to do. So who do I think is gonna win this match? Now I said Enzo's gonna win this, so this is kind of hard. I think they're gonna give the Miz this one. That's what I think. I just feel like the Miz Taraj is gonna get involved, and then that's what's gonna happen. That's what I honestly think. Miz Taraj is gonna get involved. Miz is gonna capitalize. 1, 2, 3. Miz is gonna prove that he is the dominant or the better mid-card champion on either show. We get to the Raw Women's and SmackDown Women's champ. We have Bliss and Charlotte Flair. The Queen versus the Goddess of World Wrestling Entertainment. Now, same thing like I did with Miz and Corbin. Look, Bliss won the title at Payback from Bayley. I was probably in the minority that predicted that Bliss was going to win the championship because everyone else kept saying, oh, Bayley should keep the title, well, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, she's going to lose it. It's in her hometown. It makes sense. Everyone else, these are the same people. I've been saying this for months, but these are the same people that said, when a superstar's in their hometown, they're going to lose, right? And the majority that happens. Well, Bayley went to her hometown, Bliss won. So I was right. Everyone else was wrong. And then after that, Bliss had a mediocre title reign. She had an awful match with Bayley at Extreme Rules. I skipped that match completely. And then, she took out Sasha Banks. 2 great matches at SummerSlam and Great Balls of Fire. Banks won the title at the pay-per-view. And then, Bliss got it back, I believe, the night after or 2 weeks after that. And pretty much that's it. And then she defended the title against Mickie James at TLC. She defended the women's title in a Fatal 4-Way a month before that at No Mercy. And that's pretty much it. She defended her title recently against Mickie James on Raw, I believe 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And that's it. That was when Braun Strowman came back and, beat up the Mr. Rod. Charlotte, she just won the title this past Tuesday night. Nothing much. So, who am I gonna go with this one? I'm gonna pick Charlotte Flair to win this one. So, I pick Raw for Miz and Corbin. SmackDown with Charlotte. Charlotte's gonna get the W on this one. The Queen is gonna show how it really is done in WWE. We got the recently made The Shield versus the New Day. Now, I'm thinking y'all are sleeping on this match. Everybody's saying AJ and Brock is gonna be match of the night. I'm thinking maybe. I mean, AJ is a phenomenal wrestler, no pun intended. But Brock Lesnar's lazy as fuck. Brock Lesnar's just gonna do suplex and suplex and suplex. Nothing much, right? So I'm not really hyped about the match. I'm just hyped that yes, name recognition wise, it's freaking worthy of hype. Brock Lesnar, UFC champ, former WWE champ, now Universal Champion, Hall of Famer, no doubt in mind, against former IWGP champ and now 2-time WWE champion AJ Styles, right? So, I get it. But at the same time, the match-wise, I'm not really hyped for it, but we'll have to wait and see. But as far as this goes, Shield and New Day, y'all sleeping on this one. Because, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, I'm thinking back to when the Shield took on the Wyatt family at the Elimination Chamber. People didn't really think that was going to be best match of the night. People were more looking forward to the Elimination Chamber match. I watched an entire pay-per-view. That's actually my first pay-per-view I actually ordered on TV at the time. That was from the network. I think it was the day before the network came through. I don't know. But yeah. I'm thinking, the same situation, but like have the New Day in there instead of the Wyatt family, I think people are just sleeping on this match. I think this could be one of the best matches of the night. I'm not saying this will be but it'll be one of the best matches of the night. The New Day, who's been a faction since 2014, against the Shield, who's been a faction since their debut, then reborn couple of months ago in October. So who am I gonna go with this one? I'm gonna pick the Shield to win this one, bro, because the New Day, they just had a long title reign, or they just had a title reign with SmackDown Live Championship, the Tag Team Championships. Also, they had a great match with the Usos at Hell in a Cell. They also had the longest reigning Tag Team Championships championship reign in history of WWE back in, I believe, 10 months ago, or 11 months ago, rather. So, I mean, the New Day doesn't really need the win. I think the Shield's going to get the win, mainly because they're going to try to build up the Shield as much as they can. Technically building up Roman Reigns to where, my prediction's going to come true. I predicted this months ago. The big dog is going to win the Royal Rumble. I predicted this months ago, and I'm still going to continue how it is now. The big dog is going to win the 2018 Royal Rumble. It makes sense. They're in Philly. They're going to repeat history. I would be surprised if, there's, Braun Strowman and Kane in the ring with Roman Reigns, and it's down to 3, and then The Rock shows up. I don't know, but something like that's going to happen. So, yeah, the Shield's going to get the W for that one. We got the Bar versus the Usos, man. People been sleeping on the Usos for over a year now. People are just saying, when they turn heel, it's going to be good. And then they kind of went under the radar. But whenever they're on the microphone, you cannot deny that they are one of the, if not the best tag team in WWE today. No doubt. The Bar, they just recently won the tag titles. Like I said, the Usos beat the New Day at Hell in a Cell recently for the tag titles. They defended the tag titles against Benjables recently, but, due to count-out victory, they're not able to lose the titles due to count-out. So, who am I going to pick? It's going to be the Usos, man. I got to stick with my boys, the Usos. But, you know what? I want to pick the Usos, actually. I want to pick the Usos. But after what I saw on SmackDown, Benjables, or Chad Gable attacking the knee of Jimmy Uso, just like he did to Jey Uso the week prior, I honestly think the Bar's going to capitalize on that, because I don't think it's going to take, how many days? 5 days to heal up their weakened knee. So, I think the Bar is going to get a W on this one, bro. The Bar is going to get the win. I want to pick the Usos to win, but at the end of the day, the Bar is going to come out on top. They're going to set the bar of the tag team division in the World Wrestling Entertainment. We got the men's Survivor Series tag match, traditional match. We have Team Blue versus Team Red. We got Kurt Angle leading the charge. Kurt Angle, the game, recently added to Survivor Series. The Game Triple H on Monday Night Raw team, replacing JJ, thankfully, with Braun Strowman, Balor Club, Finn Balor, and the Destroyer, Samoa Joe, against the King of Boring Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah, I said that. Not really entertaining, in my honest opinion. The boring one, Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, John Cena, recently added, and the Captain Shane O'Mac. Now, I like Shinsuke Nakamura. I like Bobby Roode. It's just, I don't like the state they are in. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, and you're probably thinking, why am I hating on Jason Jordan? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't like the fact that he was just added to the team because Kurt Angle said, yeah, this may be favoritism, but screw it, you're on the team. Why would you do that? You do know your job is at stake. This ain't no time to add family values in a high situation like that, a critical situation. Why would you put someone who just arrived or who just been in the singles scene, the singles competition scene for the past couple of months, and then you're gonna put him up with Joe, Braun, and Balor and his father against a 16-time champ, a 13-time champ, a glorious one, and a king of strong style with a daredevil Shane McMahon? You really think you're going to win with Jason Jordan on your team? There's no time for having, family members or try to be, just trying to, I don't know, just having Jason Jordan on the team just doesn't sit well with me. He didn't even earn it. He didn't have a match. He just put him in there. I understand him, Kurt Angle, putting Braun Strowman like that, putting Joe like that, putting Finn Balor like that, because he has to get the best Raw can. And at the time, guys like Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt were out. I'm pretty sure Roman would have been on the team from day one, but he was out. So I understand Kurt Angle putting Braun, Finn, and Joe on the team without earning it or qualifying for a spot, because his job is on the line. He needs the best. He needs the most destructive, high flying members of his team. That's what he needs. He doesn't need his son. The crowd doesn't even like him anyway. Why? But then thankfully, when I got back from work and I pre-recorded Raw, I put on Raw, and I see Jason Jordan getting injured by Bray Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt. And then Kurt Angle is hesitating to take him off the team. Stephanie McMahon is telling him to take him off the team, make the switch now, name the replacement, and who comes out? The Game Triple H. And then he announces he's the final member of the team. It's like, I understand Triple H has been wrestling for the past couple of weeks, but fam, I did not see this coming at all. He was the last person on my mind to think, put Triple H on the team. I was thinking anyone else or like someone that is credible, but Triple H, I did not see that coming, and I love it. I've been saying it. I want to see Triple H wrestle a lot. I want to see Triple H wrestle. Like, the time I had to see Triple H wrestle wasn't enough for me. I was irritated last year when he took on Roman Reigns, but that was Roman Reigns and that was last year. This is this year. This is different. See Triple H back, it just oozes excitement. And having seen it on the team for SmackDown, I did not see that coming. I was thinking someone else. I thought maybe they might add either Kevin or Sammy. No, let's just get 16-time world champion. So, let's see. In the past, I've made it clear that Miz from Raw is going to win. Charlotte from SmackDown is going to win. Shield from Raw is going to win. The Bar from Raw is going to win. Kurt Angle is going to win at Survivor Series. I cannot fathom the fact that Kurt Angle, if he loses, he's fired. That's the second GM in less than a freaking year that got fired. Think about that. Mick Foley got fired back in February or January or March, right? And then he was taken out of Raw by getting attacked by Triple H and Stephanie, right? Kurt Angle, if he loses, he's done. He's fired, like Stephanie said. This isn't like, I honestly feel like this isn't gonna be like last year when Stephanie threatened Team Raw if they don't get the win, that their jobs depended on them, trying to get the win. That Team Raw has to compete like the jobs depended on it, because it does. That's what she said. And then when they lost, nothing happened. Only Sami Zayn got consequences for losing against Miz last year. So, I honestly think maybe this year they might stick with it, and if Raw loses, Kurt Angle might go, but obviously he's not gonna go without saying anything. He's gonna fight back, but you get my point. So Team Raw is gonna win this one. That's what I honestly think. Hold on, and I realize there's a problem here. Why I don't see the SmackDown Women's team on the card here? I don't see it. I'm looking at the Survivor Series preview on WWE.com. I do not see the women's Survivor Series team. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they got to make some changes. I don't know. And we got the main event. I'm picking AJ Styles to win. I don't give a damn what anyone says. Oh, not believable. I don't care I don't care. I just don't care. All right? You can talk about believability all you fucking want. I don't care. I'm going with what I want to go with. AJ Styles is my pick. Because I want to see people beat Brock Lesnar up. For taking weeks off, months off, taking the damn title with him. I don't care, fam. I was happy when Goldberg beat him last year. And I'm going to be happy again when Styles does the same thing. Beats Brock Lesnar. Enough said. Brock won the title from Goldberg at Mania. AJ recently won it from Jinder last week. Nothing much. Brock Lesnar took 2-3 months off, came back, had a 10-minute decent match with Joe, looking back at it, had a 5-minute match with Braun Strowman at No Mercy, had a great Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam, but that's it. Nothing much. And that is my Survivor Series predictions. So let's go over it. Let's just recap real quick. From the pre-show, we got Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore is my pick to win the Cruiserweight title match against Kalisto in the kickoff show. The Miz is my pick to win against Baron Corbin. Charlotte to get the win over Bliss. Shield getting the win over New Day. The Bar getting the win over the Usos because the Usos got, they're weak compared to the Bar, in my honest opinion, after what Gable did to the Usos, respectively. And Team Raw is going to get the win over Team SmackDown, the Men's Survivor Series team, and AJ Styles is going to whoop that Brock Lesnar ass this Sunday at Survivor Series. So that is my predictions. If you guys agree, leave your comments down below. If you disagree, leave your comments down below. If you like this, if you like what I had to say here, leave a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this podcast, leave a thumbs up. This is just dedicated to Survivor Series, and I just want to make predictions just for today. I didn't really feel like talking about anything else. I already know Paige is coming back just now. She was supposed to come back on Raw, but people knew that she was there. People were just leaking it on the internet. And plus, she was doing it herself. She was posting it online on Instagram that she's backstage with Renee Young, and this one, and that one, and that one, and this one. So maybe WWE's like, okay, Paige, I think you kind of fucked up, and these insiders, they're so nosy, man. They can't really shut the fuck up when it comes to surprise, So hopefully Paige will show up soon. I really want to see Paige back. It's been over a fucking year, bro. I miss Paige a lot, and I just can't wait. It's gonna shake. I hope it shakes up the division for both either Raw or SmackDown Women's division. I really do. But that is Survivor Series predictions. If you guys can, leave a thumbs up on this prediction video. AJ Styles, you gotta get that W, bro. I don't care about believability. I don't really care. This is WWE. This is fucking wrestling. Anything can happen, huh? What about that Leo Rush guy? I saw the clip taking a powerbomb off a ladder through a table, and he just got up like, bruh, nothing happened. like, come on. You're gonna talk to me about believability? Look at that shit, alright? I already know, when it comes to size and all this stuff, Brock Lesnar is dominant over AJ Styles, but Brock Lesnar's lacking in stamina. When I remember his Night of Champions match with Cena, this guy was red as fuck. So AJ Styles is gonna give Brock Lesnar a run for his money. So that is Survivor Series predictions. Survivor Series predictions. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts all over the video, likes and comments. Thank you guys for listening to the 7 Days podcast. Check out my Raw Universe Mode video I uploaded this past Monday. My Royal Rumble that I actually forgot. Check it out. this past Sunday. I uploaded it, so check it out as well. And check out SmackDown Live yesterday. They're all on my channel. Check it out. Thank you all for listening, and I'm out. Later. Like and subscribe.